Amulya is asking how to maintain discipline and be consistent. What a fabulous question is this. And I'm going to answer this question in two parts, Amulya. That first of all, when you want to maintain a discipline is not a habit. Discipline is a routine, right? So you got to break down whichever area. Like suppose, let me take an example of maybe being more disciplined about eating the right food, or being more disciplined about reading 20 pages of a book every single day, or maybe being more disciplined about exercise or meditation or whatever you want to do. Now, remember, it's a conscious effort, right? It's not a habit. The difference between a routine and a habit is routine is very conscious. You have to do this, you have to remind yourself to do it every single day. And habit is something that is like very natural, like it's your second nature. I mean, you just get up, you don't have to think about it. It's on automation and you're doing things like that, right? So discipline is something that I want you to understand is not a habit, it's a routine. At least to begin with, it's a routine. So whichever space that you want to build the routine or this discipline, at a time choose one area only. Don't try to do too many things, because if you try to do too many things in discipline, your brain will get overwhelmed and you'll just give up. Choose one thing to do. Like suppose you're choosing the area of eating healthy. So maybe you want to start having a green smoothie when you wake up in the morning. So just do that one thing, and every single day set up an alarm or remind yourself that you're going to procure the green smoothie ingredients, or you're going to tell somebody to procure it, and then you are probably going to delegate that work, or you're going to make it yourself, and make this green smoothie thing as easy as possible. Like, you see, I want to drink more warm water and more I like to have warm drinks. So I have various adaptogens with me, which is like ashwagandha, brahmi. I like to use these little adaptogens in my space to be more focused, be more productive. And if you want to know what are adaptogens, I would ask you to go to my YouTube video which talks about how to overcome stress. I've spoken about a few adaptogens. It's something that it interests you. Okay, so what I do is, because I live in a duplex, my kitchen is on the ground floor, and I generally, my study and my bedroom and my office is on the first floor. So a lot of times it happens that I don't want to disturb my help again and again to tell me give it to me, or I don't want to go. Sometimes I get lazy going down and asking for it. So what I have done is I created a corner in my study where I am keeping a kettle and 2 cups of water, 2 cups, empty cups, a tray, and all the teas that I love. So there's a tea corner I created in my space. So I made it so easy for me, so that I just have to get up, I just have to boil the water, pour it with the adaptogen and stir it and drink it. So make that routine as easy as possible for you, so that the easier it is, the discipline is going to set in faster. So try and see how can you break it down as the easiest thing. Like if you want to read 20 books, like have those books which are reading around you. Like see, I always have those books around me. You'll see in my study everywhere, studies, obviously there are lots of books, but everywhere I have the books that I want to focus on. So when I wake up, my eyes go around the books, and whenever I have the in-between times between my work, I just pick up the book and I start reading. So how can you make it easy? The easier it is, remember that you're going to fall into the discipline faster. Now, you have to also consider the second thing about it. Every time you're starting a routine, there are going to be lapses. There are going to be some, fall downs. You're going to fall off that bandwagon of it. So it's okay to fall. It's okay to get down off that wagon. But you have to consciously remind yourself to get back up. So be prepared for some fall downs. Be prepared for sometimes that you're going to not do it. And it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Remember that it should not be, if that happens one day, it's fine. If it is, your mind is now going to trick with you second day also to play with you. And if you do this second day, it's going to tell you in the third day also. And when you give in the third day, then it is going to be, very difficult to get back on. So it's okay to get into the labs for one day. But the second day the mind is playing trick, you have to just get up in that space and just do whatever you have decided to do. Don't allow your mind to trick you on the day 2. If you fall into that trap, you remember that you're going to not be disciplined in that area. So just one day lapse is fine, and then get back up. That's very critical, okay? So once you start doing this consciously every single day, it depends on how your brain functions. Every person has a different way of working. So it depends on the deeper drive, the intrinsic motivation for you to have this discipline developed. Everything depends on that. So it depends, like you will get disciplined in 3 days or 30 days. It completely depends, and you must look at your life in the past. How much time did it take you in the past to get disciplined in that one area? So choose that time span and make sure that you consciously use that and put that routine in. Make it easier. So that's for the discipline, okay? Now remember this. The moment you develop the discipline consciously, consistency will just follow through. Consistency is a habit. Discipline is a routine, and consistency is a habit. The moment that routine becomes your innate nature, now you don't even have to think. The moment you wake up, your eyes open up, you just kind of do your rituals. You just got to the workout, you did your meditation, you sat down, you picked up the book, you started reading. That became your habit now. And once you have set that habit is always following with the consistency. So I hope this helps you, Amelia. Let me know if you worked on this and how this panned out for you, and work it out. Like, make sure that you're consciously developing this space.